It's time for Dodger Baseball. Live from Dodger Stadium, Sportsnet LA presents the Dodgers as they take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Wednesday evening to you, wherever you may be. We're here at Dodger Stadium, Game 2 of the 3-game series. Arizona winning yesterday, and the Dodgers trying to bounce back today. Arizona trailing the Giants by 3, and the Dodgers trail by 2. On the mound tonight, well, an old friend, Ruby De La Rosa. He signed for the Dodgers. He was 18 years old, stood about 5'7", and weighed 130. He grew up to be 6'1" and 185. Dodgers traded him, among others, to the Boston Red Sox in the big deal that, among others, brought Adrian Gonzalez here. On the mound for the Dodgers will be left-hander Alex Wood. And so for both teams, they have a problem. For Arizona, their problem has been the starting pitcher. They are 0-5 in that category. For the Dodgers, the starting pitching has been good, and the bullpen has been very weak, allowing 15 runs in 16 innings. Tomorrow night, it'll be the concluding game of the series. Ray on the mound for Arizona, Stripling for the Dodgers, and then, of course, come Friday night, it'll be the Giants and the Dodgers, Kershaw and Bumgarner. We'll have a lot more coming up right after this. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you, wherever you may be. We're at Dodger Stadium, Game 2 of the 3-game series with the Arizona Diamondbacks. On the mound for the Dodgers, Alex Wood. Right now, we'll take a look at the Arizona Diamondbacks, who have split that gray uniform from yesterday, now a maroon top and gray leggings. And here's the way they shape up. Gene Segura opening up at second base. Chris Owings playing center field. We'll tell you more about that. And then, of course, the man of the hour, the man of the year, Paul Goldschmidt, who just tears up the Dodgers. The catcher is Wellington Castillo, Brandon Drury in right field, Jake Lamb at third, Yasmani Tomas in left field. The pitcher, Ruby De La Rosa, batting eighth, and Nick Ahmed batting ninth, the shortstop. For Alex Wood, a lot of numbers, 12 and 12. That's when he split the year. 7 and 6 with Atlanta and 5 and 6 here. Dodger Stadium, he has done well. 4 wins, 2 losses. Pushed around the last time out, but he has a lot of company. And talking about being pushed around, Jake Peavy is losing 6-2 against the Giants. He's allowed 4 innings. Colorado has 11 hits. 10 have been for extra bases. 6 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run by Nolan Arenado. Meanwhile here, Gene Segura takes ball 1, 1-0. I think it's worthy of repeating the fact that in a recent game against the Cubs, thanks to a collision in the outfield, Gene had an inside-the-park home run, hits a shot foul outside of third, and the count 1-1. And then after hitting an inside-the-park home run, he turned right around and hit one in the seats. One of only a few. Actually, it adds up to about 7 other players to have ever done that. All right, 1 ball and 1 strike. Alex Wood ready, left-hander back with a funky kind of a delivery, and it's low, ball 2. One of the big questions about Wood, with that unusual delivery and a lot of strain on that left arm, will he hurt that arm? And a lot of people in baseball say he will, but maybe not. Fastball to Segura is high, and the count goes 3-1. Gene Segura from San Juan in the Dominican, 5'11", 175. You can see the delivery if you're watching on TV. It's really different. Wood ready, 3-1 pitch. Fastball pull to the hole, base hit into left field. So Segura, a good player, formerly at short, comes up to get his average up to close to 390 now. We'll take a look at the Dodgers defensively. Gonzalez and Utley on the right side. Seager and Turner on the left. Howie Kendrick making his first start since he was with the Angels back in 2011. He's played left field about 28 times. Then he has Jock Peterson, and in right field, Yasiel Puig. Chris Owings now checks in, and we're talking about Howie Kendrick playing the outfield. Owings is an infielder, but he's going to play center field tonight. And the first pitch to him, a big chopper to third. Turner down to second. They get 1. Utley to first, too late. So Owings flying down the line. Good play, nothing wrong with it, but Owings runs well, though he's safely aboard. So Turner to Utley, but then a little late to Gonzo. 1 away, and here is the man, Paul Goldschmidt. Against Alex Wood, he is 4 for 9 with 2 home runs. Goldschmidt has been absolutely destroying the Dodgers. In his last 64 games against them, he has 64 RBIs, 22 home runs, and hitting .364. Goldie hits a chopper to short. Seager goes back for 1. Utley's throw is in time. Nice play at first by Gonzalez to keep his foot on the bag. So the Dodgers miss the DP on Owings. They get it on Goldschmidt, and it's time for Ruby De La Rosa to go to work. At the end of half an inning, no score. On that play at first base, we were wondering, is the question whether Gonzalez is on the bag? But actually, it looks like the foot was on the bag before the ball arrived in the glove. And from two different angles, they come up with the right one. He is safe. So Goldschmidt hits into a force play and not a double play. The inning is very much alive, and Wellington Castilla coming up. Castilla right up there with the home run hitters, and Goldschmidt outlegs a possible double play, allowing Castilla to check in. So the inning is not over. And here's Wellington. With that first name Wellington, they all call him Beef. Stocky catcher, has a lot of power. Wood out of his stretch, ready and goes to first base. And Castillo just watching as Goldie gets back to the bag. The Castillo back up. Wellington waiting, originally signed with the Cubs about 12 years ago. Wood ready, another look now to the plate. Line drive down the line, foul and out of play. The Castillo all over that one, but a line drive foul. Last year, Wellington Castillo led all National League catchers with 18. He did a good job with the Cubs and the Mariners and the D-backs. D-backs traded away a couple of players in order to get Wellington, and he's their first string catcher for sure. Last year, he was right there tied for home runs with Buster Posey. Yasmani Grandal hit 17. So Chip Hale, who asked the umpires to make the look, and he was correct. Meanwhile, Goldschmidt off the bag at first. Wood looks with two out, and the strike one pitch inside at the rib cage, and they count 1 ball and 1 strike. The umpires for tonight, the veteran, indeed 24 years behind the plate. His father umpired for many years in the National League, Brian Gorman. And then you have Mark Carlson, Mike DeMuro, and Quinn Walcott. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way, foul back. Wonderful story about Brian Gorman's father, Tom Gorman, who umpired so many years and was very, very popular. When Tom died, he was buried in his umpire's uniform. And also, you know, the indicator that the plate umpire holds to keep track of balls and strikes? They put the indicator in Tom's hand. You know what the count was? 3-2. The next one, change up, banged on the right side. Utley is on it, throws him out, and that's the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and at the end of half an inning, D-backs nothing. Up comes De La Rosa. Arizona fails to score. Dodgers coming up, and we'll take a look at Dave's lineup card, and the following names are on it. Chase Utley leading off at second base. Corey Seager at short, and Justin Turner at third. Adrian Gonzalez at first, Yasiel Puig in right field, Yasmani Grandal behind the plate. Howie Kendrick in left field, Jock Peterson batting eighth in center, and Alex Wood, the pitcher. On the mound, Ruby Carlos de la Rosa. He's from Santo Domingo. Dodgers had him, we mentioned earlier. He was about 5'7", weighed 130. He was 18 years old. Right now, he's 6'1" and at least 185. His record, well, he comes in 0-1, 0-3 in his career against the Dodgers, and they beat him last year, so he was 0-1 then. Ruby looks in to get a sign. They load up the right side on Utley, and Chase takes outside. Ball one, 1-0. Utley doing just what the Dodgers hoped. A veteran, great ideas about how to play the game, hitting .300 and a good solid .299 lifetime against the D-backs. Chase takes off the plate. Ball 2-0 the count. De La Rosa this year retired the side in order in the first inning, and 10 of the next 17 hitters reached base with 4 runs scoring, and he was out of the game. 2-0 pitch on the way, in for a strike. One of the things, and of course that was a younger De La Rosa, his grandmother was the nanny for Pedro and Ramon Martinez. But more than that, as he goes 2-1, comebacker off his glove, picks it up, and lob throw to first, almost too much of a lob. A hustling Utley almost made it. So 1 down, and Corey Seager coming up. The thing about De La Rosa, they tell me, his confidence is not very strong, so we'll see the lineup behind him. Goldschmidt, Segura, Ahmed and Lamb, Tomas, Owings and Drury in the outfield, and Castilla behind the plate. He admired and idolized Pedro Martinez, and so his grandmother and Pedro tried to build Ruby's confidence, and he'll need it now as Corey Seager checks in, has a look at a strike, and the count 0-1. Seager goes the other way a lot. In fact, the left fielder Tomas is very deep. The next one swung on, slapped to the hole, backhanded it short by Ahmed. Throw to first in time. Fine play by Nick Ahmed to take a hit away from Seager, and we have 2 down in the first inning.
Number 10, Justin Turner.
Justin Turner coming up. Yesterday, if you're a baseball fan and really understand and love the game, you had to love the relay in right field, where Yasiel Puig raced to the base of the wall, picked up the ball, made a perfect throw to Justin Turner, who then made a perfect throw to Ellis, and Wellington behind the plate. Castro was nailed. That was a marvelous play, perfectly executed. AJ made a great tag. So with 2 down, the first pitch to Justin, in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Turner, who has developed into quite a hitter, 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Strike 1 pitch, a little low, 1-1. Justin Turner has done exceptionally well here at Dodger Stadium. In his career, he's hit .277, 10 home runs, 29 RBIs. 1-1 pitch, a chopper to third, charging, one-handed Jake Lamb, throws to first, and that's the inning on 3 ground balls. So if Ruby De La Rosa needed a confidence booster, he certainly gets it in the first inning. At the end of an inning, no score. No score in the ball game, and hail to the family. Daughter and son flanked by the parents as we go to the second inning. No score. Alex Wood ready to face Brandon Drury. He's a kid out of Grants Pass, Oregon. Drury, right-hand batter. Wood into the windup, and the first pitch taken for a strike, and the count 0-1. Drury is a man of all positions. Third base, second base, shortstop, and he's playing right field tonight. So we have several infielders on each team playing the outfield. Strike one pitch lifted to left. Kendrick moving to his right, snares it easily, and just like that, one away, and Jake Lamb coming up.
Third baseman, number 22.
One away, second inning, no score. Lamb, who is anything but. Boy, he's a good-looking hitter, left-hand batter. Lamb hit his first opening day home run against the Rockies, hitting .320 yesterday, 2 for 3. So he's a good hitter. Left-hand batter. Wood's fastball low and under the hands. 1-0 the count to Jake Lamb. Wood looking carefully to Grandal. Now back with a fastball high. So Alex is behind, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Big breaking ball, but over the head of the hitter. So Wood behind 3-0. Lamb has some power. You don't know whether they'll let him hit now or not. Meanwhile, waiting patiently on deck for something good to happen to Lamb. The 3-0 pitch is taken for a high strike, and the count 3-1. Lamb, Tomas, and remember, in the lineup for Arizona, the pitcher bats 8th. Skip Hale likes the idea. He has a shortstop, Ahmed, batting 9th. Fastball, check swing inside, and we have ball 4. So Lamb gets the walk, and Yasmani Tomas coming up.
Left fielder, number 24.
Tomas is a fellow with a lot of power, but they're waiting for him to show it. They signed him to a big deal contract, so he's going to be with Arizona for quite a while. Hitting, however, just 190. He's from Havana, Cuba. In November 2 years ago, the Diamondbacks agreed to a 6-year, $68.5 million contract. And the first pitch of the right-hand batter off speed and low, ball 1, 1-0. With the Diamondbacks last year, he had 9 home runs in 400 at-bats. So that's not the power hitter that they paid for. We'll see what happens. 1 ball and no strikes. Tomas 6'1", 230. Back comes Wood. Fastball in at the knees. Fastball at 92. Alex Wood has had Tommy John surgery 7 years ago. He's a big fella, 6'4", 215, out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Went to the University of Georgia on a baseball scholarship. So Tomas waiting, and the 1-1 pitch on the way with 1 out. Wood comes to his hitter. Fastball hit late and foul behind the plate. Fastball at 92. So Alex Wood taking a breather for the moment, and Tomas waiting. Signed by the Cubs out of Cuba. Arizona got him, and they're figuring he will grow with them. He was certainly one of the top young power hitters in Cuba. He was also a member of the national team. In the Serie Nacional, which is an important international, he played 5 years. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wood delivers down at his feet. Check swing. Did he swing? No. First base umpire Mark Carlson says, and the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good check swing, so Tomas still there. We have 1 away, second inning, no score. Really, we're just beginning. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Wood a high set at the chest, and the next pitch is low, a fastball at 92, and the count runs 3-2. Waiting to hit behind Tomas is the pitcher De La Rosa, and then the guy who has done very well, Nick Ahmed, the shortstop, batting ninth. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner not going, pitch fouled away. 3-2 the count. Jake Lamb will walk, trying to get a jump. But Tomas, who is a power hitter, also pays the price of a lot of strikeouts, so they weren't running. Let's see what they do with Lamb this time. 1 out, 3-2. Tomas waiting, runner not going, and the pitch fouled away again, off to the right. Just to give you an idea of Yasmani Tomas, hitting 190. He has struck out 7 times, so that's why they're not running Jake Lamb. Jake off the bag again. Wood looks at him, and the 3-2 pitch coming up. Runner not going. Pitch taken. Ball 4. So Alex Wood just missing. Rick Honeycutt, Dave Roberts watching. Not a sound coming out of the Dodger dugout. So with 1 out, back-to-back walks, and the batter will be De La Rosa. Well, the first thought anytime a pitcher comes up with 1 out and a man on, you expect him to bunt. The question now is how the Dodgers figure, should he bunt and get the ball down to advance the runners? Then you have Nick Ahmed, and Ahmed is off to a good start with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 292 batting average. Ahmed last year had 3 home runs, and yesterday he homered in the 7th inning. So if you put him on, then you're going to face the leadoff man, Gene Segura. So first of all, let's see what happens with the pitcher, De La Rosa. Ruby, right-hand batter. Dodgers pull up the corners. Ruby shows bunt. Wood delivers, then a swing away. Chopper to Seager. Shovel to Utley. Back to first. Double play. Well, sometimes he can be too clever. Arizona throwing away the bunt to get somebody up there with second and third. And at the end of an inning and a half, no score. To see you, Jackie Robinson. Friday night, Dodgers and Giants, 7:10. It should be a great game. It'll be Clayton Kershaw going up against the big left-hander Madison Bumgarner, and the first 40,000 fans in attendance receive an adult replica Jackie Robinson jersey presented by Bank of America. So visit Dodgers.com/promotions. Well, it'll be Adrian Gonzalez followed by Yasiel Puig and then Yasmani Grandal. And I'm sure in the Arizona dugout, Chip Hale is saying, why in the world did I do that? Why would I let my pitcher hurt me by hitting into a double play? If he does get the bunt down, he would have had second and third, and he would have had Ahmed coming up with first base open. And if they had walked Ahmed, they then would have gotten Gene Segura. So it was a big moment. And for Chip Hale, he rolled the dice, and it came up snake eyes. So for the Dodgers, off the hook, no score, bottom of the second, and here's Adrian. Gonzalez has reached base safely in each of his first 8 games, hitting .406 with a half a dozen runs batted in, and he has worn out Arizona with 33 home runs in his career. So naturally, they load up the right side. De La Rosa pitched a great first inning, 3 ground balls, and the right-hander's fastball fouled away off to the left, 0-1. For De La Rosa, we were talking about the home runs hit by Adrian. For Ruby, the home run has just killed him. Last year, he gave up 32 home runs. Kyle Kendrick and James Shields gave up 33. Ruby, little different stance as a right-hander, left foot just in front of the right. Big swing and a foul ball by Adrian, and the count 0-2. So Gonzalez, who always does very well early in the year, of course for that matter he does well all year, but he's always been an early season hitter. Some fellas take a while to get going, but not Adrian. De La Rosa ready and deals, and the pitch low and away. 2 of the principals in the big trade. Ruby De La Rosa went to Boston, and the Dodgers got in return Adrian Gonzalez. 1-2 the count. The next pitch to Adrian is taken low. 2-2 the count. Adrian 4 gold gloves beside a great bat. Yasiel Puig on deck. Boy, he showed some unusual talent yesterday. Plus, he's got that. Here's the 2-2 pitch coming up. Adrian hits a little roller to the right side. Play there at second base. And we have 1 away. And 4 ground balls for Ruby De La Rosa.
Right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
So 1 down. Jake Lamb, the third baseman, fielding the ball in that load-up second side. So here's Yasiel. First of all, on that double to right, he made a wonderful pickup and then a perfect throw to Justin Turner, who then made another perfect throw to A.J. Ellis. And then the play that was unusual, and you really have to be thinking to do it. And a lot of people accuse Yasiel but not thinking, but he was indeed. That was the play at second base. He went in head first. Gene Segura had the ball, and now they started to play who has the fastest hand to touch second base. Strike 1 pitch fouled away, and the count 0-2. Yasiel faked eventually and won the fake. And while Segura was going for his right hand, he had switched to the left, and Puig was safe. Strike 2 pitch on the way, off the plate. 1-2 the count to Yasiel. Ruby trying to settle in. Now the right-hander delivers, fastball low and inside. Last year, where he gave up 32, in the second half he went 8-4, allowing only 11 home runs compared to the 21 before the break. And he takes care of Puig down and away. So Yasiel bites the dirt on the slider, and with 2 out, first strikeout for De La Rosa. And here is Yasmani Grandal. Grandal checking in, batting left-handed last year. This has been his power side. 16 home runs. This is his first start. Last year, remember, he was going so well and then hit so many times by foul balls on the shoulder, he just couldn't swing the bat the way he normally could. Takes high, ball one, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Yasmani has had sore forearms, though this is his first start. De La Rosa back 1-0, and Ruby misses low. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. Against the Dodgers, De La Rosa 0-3 with an ERA of 11, and in not too many innings, 17 2/3, he has given up 7 home runs. Waiting for tomorrow's game, as Zach Greinke is talking about this one, it'll be Robbie Ray and Ross Stripling. Meanwhile, there's ball 4 to Grandal. Looking at Zach Greinke, it is a stunning moment in the league. Greinke, last year in April, his ERA was 1.9. His earned run average in April this year, 9.9. Unbelievable. He's allowed 11 earned runs in his first 2 starts. Last year, in no month did Greinke allow more than 9 earned runs, and he's given up that many already, 11. Fastball takes off high, ball 1, and now Castillo out to the mound. Howie Kendrick, the Dodgers need him so much, but they're so fortunate. I mean, all of a sudden they lose outfielders: Carl Crawford, Andre Ethier, Scott Van Slyke. Howie, a natural athlete, pressed into service in left field, and he can do a good job. Chase Utley, meanwhile, playing second base, doing a whale of a job, and if somebody slows down, he'll move over to third if necessary. 1-0 pitch on the way, slapped down the right field line, going foul, and one hops up into the stands. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Grandal goes back. De La Rosa going back to the rubber. One thing about Ruby De La Rosa, left-handers hurt him a great deal. Last year they hit .315 against him, and they had 20 home runs. Right-handers hit only .214 with 12. Here's the 1-1 pitch coming up. Take a look, and Kendrick lays off it, 2-1. The 7 Dodger home runs last year in 17 innings. Peterson, Turner, Ethier, Rollins. On the road, Grandal, Crawford, and Gonzalez in Arizona. All right, the 2-1 pitch. De La Rosa comes to the hitter, low with a fastball, ball 3. Well, you remember we told you in his first game this year, De La Rosa retired the side in order, and the next thing you know, the roof fell in. Though he retired the side in order, he's retired 5 in a row as Chip Hale watches. Then he walked Grandal, and he's behind 3-1 to Kendrick. De La Rosa delivers, high chopper up the middle. On it is Ahmed, steps on the bag, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, and a man left. At the end of 2, no score. Game, we go to the third inning. Beautiful evening, albeit a little cool. 65 degrees when the game started. And we move into the third inning, and Alex Wood. And this is the strategy of Chip Hale. He has his pitcher batting eighth. He has Ahmed batting ninth. Ahmed not only can hit a few home runs, he can steal a bunch of bases. So you have Ahmed, then you have Segura, then you have Owings. And because Ahmed is batting ninth, it means Paul Goldschmidt is hitting cleanup. So it's a very heady move by Chip Hale. It's worked so far to a degree, and we'll see about tonight as Ahmed takes off the plate. Ball one. Ahmed is absolutely thrilled to hit ninth. He had a home run and was hit by a pitch yesterday. So the right-hand hitting shortstop, and he's a good one. You move Segura to second base from short, and you know the new shortstop is a good one. Nick has a brother, Michael, who was drafted by the Dodgers 2013. He was originally drafted by the Braves out of the University of Connecticut. The 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on, high fly ball into deep left center. Kendrick on his horse, it is in the stands. So Nick Ahmed, who hit 3 home runs against the Dodgers last year, has hit a home run yesterday and again tonight. And for Alex Wood, of course, that's been a bane of his existence, being hit hard for home runs. So Wood gives up the long ball, and it is 1-0 in favor of Arizona. And here's Gene Segura as Ahmed gets fives and fists in the dugout. Wood turns, ready, left-handed delivers, misses outside, ball one. 1-0. So Nick Ahmed batting ninth gets a run for the D-backs to put them out in front. Paul Goldschmidt holding a bat on his shoulder, be waiting to come up soon. And the next pitch to Segura misses for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Paul Goldschmidt, Dodger pitchers must see him in all their nightmares. 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way, in for a strike, and they count 1-2. Paul Goldschmidt, yesterday opening day, got a 3-ball, no-strike count and got a 3-0 pitch right down the middle of the plate. And you know what he did with it? Hit it halfway up the pavilion in left center. 1-2 pitch on the way is low. 2-2 the count. Most of the time in the old days anyway, you would never get a ball anywhere near the plate 3-0, and especially to a hitter like Goldschmidt. Most of the times you'd bounce one in the dirt or pitch one almost like intentionally giving ball 4. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on, fouled off, and the count stays. Gene Segura, a wonderful shortstop and now a good solid second baseman. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Wood delivers, slap to right field, sinking one hopper for a base hit. So Ahmed homers. Segura lines a single to right. Wood struggling, obviously. Gave up a base hit in the first inning. Gave up 2 walks in the second inning. Now he's given up a home run and a single here in the third. Chris Owings, an infielder playing center field. Socrates Brito having troubles against left-hander, so they sit him down. And of course, you'll see a whole lot of different people playing center field for Arizona because they had the heartbreak of the spring, losing a great center fielder, A.J. Pollock. First pitch in for a strike, and the count 0-1. So Owings, a big responsibility, just like Howie Kendrick playing second. But center, that's a big job. 0-1 the count to Chris, and Paul Goldschmidt waits. Strike one pitch is instead a throw to first in the dirt. Paul Goldschmidt, who waits his turn on deck, was drafted by the Dodgers in the 49th round. Wisely, he opted to go to Texas State. and he has become a full star for Arizona. 0-1. Strike one pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball. 0-2 the count to Chris Owings. So again, when you study the lineup and you see not just what happened, but it's obvious the thinking of Chip Hale, it has certainly paid for him to put his shortstop Nick Ahmed batting ninth. Bruce Bochy now is doing that a bit up in San Francisco as well. Strike two pitch on the way, and that's taken low. Ball one. 1-0 on the home run by Nick Ahmed. Off the bag, Segura. Good speed. Nobody out. Alex Wood at the set. Doesn't go to the belt. Throws to first, and Segura back. 1-2 the count. Arizona with someone like Segura. Segura is 2 out of 3 in stolen bases. Wood taking a lot of time reading Grandal. Now he's ready. 1-2 pitch on the way. Fouled off to the right down the line and out of play. So Chris Owings playing center field tonight. Of all the positions, having watched him play for years, a little bit of a shock to see him in the outfield. Christopher Owings, one of 3 sons in the Owings family. They live in Gilbert, Arizona. He had shoulder surgery back in 2014. He had a bad shoulder, just couldn't play well. Last year he struck out 144 times. That's not good for an infielder who doesn't have a lot of power. He had 4 home runs. Owings, 25 years old in August, out of South Carolina. He was a first-round pick out of high school. All right, the 1-2 pitch coming up. Owings looks on a change, lifts it to center. Going back on the ball is Peterson. Near the track, makes the catch. Segura tags, but stays at first. Now, here comes the big man, Paul Goldschmidt.
Number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
Yesterday, we told you that Goldschmidt hit a 3-0 pitch. He got his first career home run on a 3-0 pitch. And if you talk about the green light, the fellow has the most home runs amongst all the active players with 3-0 home runs, 2 of them. Albert Pujols, our neighbor down the road, and Justin Upton, who's now with Detroit. And meanwhile, they pick off Segura. So Gene Segura standing on the bag. I thought surely they picked him off. He's looking over the tag. Looked like it got him on the elbow. Well, what's going on, Chip? I think they're waiting to see. Yep, they're on the phone, and they want to see if it's worth appealing. The answer is no. So Segura is still standing, and now he gets the news. So he's been picked off 1-3. So for one thing, it is a blessing to get a runner off the bases when Paul Goldschmidt comes up. Goldie has really been destroying the Dodgers. Wood delivers, swing and a miss, and the count 0-1. So Segura, who could not quite believe he was picked off, but he was. Strike one pitch on the way is off the plate. We tell it, I guess, almost every time Goldschmidt comes to the plate, but it's For the old-timers like myself, it's nice to mention the name. The best hitter at Dodger Stadium down through the years, Roberto Clemente. Goldie with 9 home runs against the Dodgers since last year. And they count 2 balls and 1 strike. He's big, 6'3", about 245. Colby, big right-hand batter, bends at the knees, dangles the bat over the shoulder, takes a big breaking ball in for a strike. So Alex Wood gave up the home run to Ahmed, single to Segura, then picks off Segura and gets Owings. Now the biggest mountain to climb, Paul Goldschmidt. The 2-2 pitch inside, fastball under the hands, and the count goes 3-2. Paul Goldschmidt, as big as he is, loved playing soccer. He didn't even want to play baseball. He wanted to play soccer. 3-2 the count. Wood ready. Here's the pitch taken inside. Ball 4. Though that's the 3rd walk given up, but it's a wise man to walk Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt used to play a lot of soccer, and his mom said to him one day, "Son, your dad would like you to play baseball." "Oh, I'd rather play soccer." "No, he would like you to play baseball." Boy, his dad was absolutely brilliant in scouting Goldie. All right, now Wellington Castilla. Last year had 19 home runs. Takes a pitch up around the chin for ball 1. We're in the 3rd. No score. Castillo grounded to second in the 1st inning. Wood now is making his pitches pile up. 21 pitches so far here in the 3rd inning, and a home run by Nick Ahmed. Trying to make Gene Segura feel a little better, having been picked off. The next pitch way outside, ball 2. 2-0 to Wellington Castillo. The Beef. That good move by Alex Wood. That's his 14th career pickoff. He's only allowed 16 stolen bases in his career. Alex ready, 2-0 pitch, change up low, 3-0. So he's been fighting his control. 2 walks in the 2nd. He's been behind on several hitters, and he walked Goldschmidt here in the 3rd. All right, 3-0. Goldie at first. Wood looks over. The 3-0 pitch is taken for a strike, and the count 3-1. We're in the 3rd. Thanks to the home run by Nick Ahmed, Arizona leading the Dodgers 1-0. Ahmed with Zach Greinke just to his right. Here's the 3-1 pitch coming up. And it swung on and missed. Off speed. Boy, the bottom dropped out of that change. It really fooled Castillo. And it just dies on its way to the plate. So 3-2 with 2 down. Goldschmidt will be going. Adrian telling Wood that he's not going to be holding the runner on. He's off the bag as far as the runner. The 3-2, Goldie goes, fastball fouled away. When the Dodgers come up in the bottom of the 3rd, they'll have Jock Peterson, Alex Wood, and then Chase Utley. Peterson, Utley, and Wood. Dodgers now, they're not holding Goldschmidt. Guardian lets him go, and the pitch lifted to center. Going back on the ball is Peterson, but he's not going to be more than a foot from the track. Long fly ball out. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. And at the end of 2.5, as Segura and Ahmed talk to each other, it's 1-0 Arizona. Arizona, Ruby De La Rosa holding the Dodgers thus far to just a base on balls. And the Dodgers now trying to break the spell. It'll be Jock Peterson, Alex Wood, and then Chase Utley. Peterson did not play against the left-hander, but he's in there tonight against Ruby De La Rosa. Peterson hitting .280 with a home run. Doing very well from this side of the plate. He's a .380 hitter, or .318. So here comes De La Rosa, and into the third we go. Fastball away, ball one, 1-0. So Peterson trying to get something started. The pitch count for De La Rosa is very interesting. He's at 29. The next one in for a strike. He pitches very well late in the game if he can remain in the game. If he gets to 76 pitches, last year the opposition hit 191 against him. Big breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count 1-2. Last year, De La Rosa had his hitters average over 5 runs for him during the innings he started. That was the highest in the National League last year. 1-2 pitch, lifted, swung into right field deep, but not deep enough for the Dodgers. Brandon Drury is there to make the catch. And a fly ball to right, 1 down. That'll bring up Alex Wood. With the pitcher coming up, we should talk a little bit more about De La Rosa. He's very good in getting right-hand hitters out. Right-hand hitters last year hit only .214 against him, and he averaged almost 4 strikeouts for every walk to a right-handed hitter. It was the left-hand hitters last year that hit .315 against him. Next pitch waved at and missed, 0-2. And to break it down even more, home runs to left-handers came at a rate of 67% higher than against right-hand batters. So Ruby De La Rosa, the former Dodger. The comeback 1-2 pitch down and away, 2-2. One of the great things they talk about is Ruby's changeup. But it's still not fooling the left-handers. The next pitch in for a strike, and that'll do it for Alex Wood. That will be the second strikeout for De La Rosa. He has now gone through 2 2/3 innings, and the Dodgers have had 1 base runner. That was the walk to Yasmani Grandal. So Utley, who hit back to the box in the first inning, checking in, batting .290 and doing a superb job at second base. Chase, the picture of a pro. De La Rosa deals, fastball strike. They load up the right side. The third baseman Jake Lamb is nearest to second. All alone on the left side, the shortstop Nick Ahmed. 0-1 the count. De La Rosa ready and comes back, and it's slapped the other way into left field for a base hit. Over to get it is Tomas, and Utley will hold with a 2-out single the other way. So Utley, so smart and so dedicated, just slaps it, and that'll bring up Corey Seager. Corey Seager is hitting .324. He started the night at .336. Since he was called up last September, he's been the 4th leading hitter in the major leagues, behind Prado, Yelich, and Gordon. Right behind him, David Peralta, who is here with Arizona. And slapped outside of third, down the line, and the count 0-1 to Corey. In his first at-bat, grounded to short, and Ahmed took a hit away from him. He has that 11-game hitting streak. 1-0 in favor of Arizona on a home run by Nick Ahmed. De La Rosa out of a stretch. And the strike 1 pitch on the way, down and dirty, blocked nicely by Castillo. And holding Utley. The starting pitchers for Arizona are 0-5. The relievers have done a great job. The Dodgers just the reverse. Greinke 0-2, but he certainly will get a lot better. Now the 1-1 pitch coming up. De La Rosa delivers, and that's hit foul outside of third. That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. That's about as hard as De La Rosa throws. Boy, he really let that thing go. Ruby working on the gum. Didn't play organized baseball growing up. He played a game called La Plaquita, like cricket. 1-2 pitch taken low, 2-2 the count. La Plaquita. They would flatten a large can, use it as a target approximately 60 feet away, and De La Rosa would repeatedly hit that target and with increasing velocity. So that's how he learned to pitch, playing La Plaquita. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on late, foul back. Late, of course, on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. De La Rosa's favorite pitchers when he was growing up: Bartolo Colon and, as we mentioned, Pedro Martinez. He just worshipped him. All right, Utley is watching. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 1-0 Arizona. Seager lays off a pitch low. So the count goes all the way. Utley will be going. Lombard over to talk to him. The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt, will get off the bag. 3-2 to Corey Seager. 1-0 Arizona. Bottom of the third. Utley off the bag. De La Rosa watches. Utley goes. Pitches a grounded hard to third. Jake Lamb stays with it and gets him. So Seager kept going the other way and eventually grounds out hard to Jake Lamb. No runs, a 2-out single and a man left. And at the end of 3, 1-0 Arizona. Brought to you by the Dodge Challenger. Test drive one at your local Dodge dealer today. And by Carl's Jr., the Midnight Moonshine Burger with moonshine glaze and garlic pepper onion straws. Only at Carl's Jr. 4th inning here at Dodger Stadium. 1-0 favor of Arizona. Home run by Nick Ahmed. Alex Wood has been in trouble. He's gotten men on base in every inning. Now working on Brandon Drury, the right fielder. Breaking ball, little jump to that 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Just seemed to maybe almost a cutter. And that's in the dirt. So Alex Wood down 1-0. Been in trouble, worked his way out of it. One double play. Last year, the three men inducing the most double plays, you included the name Alex Wood, but there's a line drive base hit to center. John Lackey had 29 double plays. Chris Heston had 26. Alex Wood had 25. But it's the old story. You hear about, this team has the best double play combination. And you have to take that to mind and think probably because there have been more men on base. And the same thing for a pitcher. You get 25, 29 double plays, you're pitching out of the stretch a long time. So Drury opens up with a single, and here is Jake Lamb, who walked in the second inning. Four walks given up by Alex Wood. He's given up 1 run, 4 hits, so he's been in constant trouble. Check swing for a strike. 0-1. Arizona very high on Lamb. He has played enough and he has impressed. Drury off the bag at first. Big swing. 0-2 the count. Jake Lamb is big. He's 6'3", 220. He might be like a ram. From Seattle, Washington. Briefly last year, he had a half a dozen home runs, 34 runs batted in, and hit 260. They think he'll hit a lot more. 0-2. Down he goes on the breaking ball. With all the trouble that he has been in, that's the first strikeout for Alex Wood. And now Yasmani Tomas, who walked in the second inning. Alex walked 2 men back-to-back in the second, walked Goldschmidt in the third. He's walked Drury here in the fourth, and here's Tomas. Well, they signed him, gave him a lot of money, as we mentioned, and now waiting for this power hitter from Cuba to connect. Down the line, foul, and out of play. The adult hooded sweatshirt. Big draw tonight. Nice crowd on hand. There, the folks wearing them. No balls and 1 strike to Tomas. 1-0 Arizona. Home run by Ahmed. Strike 1 pitch. Breaking ball. Good one. Keeping that breaking ball down. Drury standing behind Gonzalez. No balls and 2 strikes. Wood will pay him a visit. Obviously, the umpires have allowed the pitchers to get off the rubber and go to their mouth. It's a little cool. 0-2. Fastball up and away. One ball and 2 strikes. Used to be up on the mound, go to your mouth, add a ball to the count. Reaches for one, hits it off the glove of Gonzalez, reflected to Utley, who throws and misses. The throw to Gonzalez was late. Runners at first and second. Dodgers are going to get on the phone now and check the play. Tomas hits one off Gonzalez's glove. It's deflected to Utley, who had to wait, gets the ball, and by the time he gets it to Gonzalez, safe. Well, on that one, it looked the other way around. So there's going to be another review. The Dodgers, I think, feel that he was out. So we'll have to wait and see. 1 out or 2 out with a runner at second base. That's the situation. So now the fun in the stands. They look up, watch the replay. The one they're showing now shows the ball in the glove of Gonzalez, and you can hear the crowd reacting, and he is out. So the crowd saw it well. Tomas is out. 3-4-3 if you're scoring. Down to second goes Drury, and with 2 out, the batter is De La Rosa, the pitcher. So a nice backup by Utley to get his man, and De La Rosa checks in. De La Rosa has had 2 at-bats this year. He's 0 for 2. He's hit into a double play. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Good fastball at 91. 1 ball and 1 strike. One to nothing on a home run by Nick Ahmed back in the 3rd. We're in the 4th. There goes the runner to 3rd on a changeup. Slides right into the tag. Now let's see. They're going to review that. At least they're going to get on the phone to see if it's worth a review. So Drury trying to steal 3rd. And we'll have to wait and see. It looked like he slid right into the tag. There's the glove. Here's the ball. There's the, well, when he finally touched him on the right leg, he'd already been on the bag. He kind of raised the glove with these spikes on that shoe coming right at it. But he would have had him out easily had Turner stayed down. But at the same time, that's like putting your hand in a Cuisinart. So Turner kind of made the fake at the slice of the. Well, he's double checking again. It looked like the first time we saw it, he missed the tag on the foot, tagged the leg that was bent. So let's see. It's another tough call. There's the ball. There's the glove. Here's the foot. He doesn't touch the foot. And by the time he tags the right leg, the runner's already on the bag. So we wait. What does the umpire say? Our job is to get it right. It's a tough ball game. Chip Hale, Dave Roberts. It's either 1 out or 2. Again, the tag missed the foot. Yasmani Grandal keeps his pitcher warm while the umpires just wait. One of the longest, toughest calls any group of umpires had to be yesterday. With Puig at second base, that was incredibly difficult. One hand, then the other starting to fade was remarkable. Meanwhile, this was tough enough because the ball was there in time. Because here you got a big guy racing to 3rd. You don't want to get your hand chopped up. Certainly Justin Turner didn't want to, and he just did not want any part of that foot. He ran the glove in the air, tagged the runner late. So I would guess they're going to give a stolen base to Drury, but we'll see. Matt Williams, great player, manager of Washington. Things didn't go well there. And back to Arizona. Third base coach. Ryan Gorman, crew chief, 24 years in the big leagues. And here comes the result. You think safe or out? I think safe. Whoop, out. Okay. There you go. So Turner somehow or other made the mystery tag. Chip Hale doesn't buy it, but it's 1-0 Arizona. Gentlemen, one applauding for Justin Turner and the other trying to figure out, I can't eat my hat, can I eat my socks? Well, let's try another part of the hat then. What about you? Are you going to try anything, or are you just going to sit there and watch the game? My socks. Delicious. Especially the red on the toes. Oh, yeah, I'm drooling just over the thought of it. Yeah, well, they're far. Darn it. It's driving me crazy. It's there. I want it so badly. Oh, well, they put the cap on. I'm not going to eat that, and we'll go back to the ball game. But my buddy could care less what I'm doing. All right, bottom of the fourth. It's Turner, followed by Gonzalez and Puig. Fastball strike, 0-1. Justin grounded hard to third in the first inning. 1 run, 4 hits for Arizona. Ground ball on the line at third, backhanded there with a good strong throw by Jake Lamb. So 1 away, and Gonzalez coming up. You know, friends, you can get the best seats at the best price with an 11-game pick'em plan. You can choose the games you want, including, let's say, great giveaways, as well as the big games with the Giants, Angels, and Red Sox. So be sure to visit Dodgers.com/mini-plan. 1 away here in the fourth. Here comes Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez grounded out in the second inning. Ball 1. When you say he grounded out in the second inning, he grounded out to the third baseman closest to second base with the 3-man shift. 1 ball and no strikes. Ball 2. Normally now, more and more, day in and day out, you'll see the shift. The third baseman will go to second base. The shortstop, who has the range, the arm, all alone. Gonzalez takes a strike, and the count 2-1. 1-0 Arizona. home run by the shortstop, Nick Ahmed, back in the 3rd inning. 3-1 to Adrian, with Yasiel Puig waiting on deck. Adrian wants to check. Walked away. Borderline pitch at the knees. And now Brian Gorman just nodded yes. So I'm sure Adrian asked and Gorman said, yep, it's a strike. 3-2. And a high fly ball into deep right center. Running on the track, but looking up and watching a home run. And that ties it up 1-1. So Adrian Gonzalez, one tough hitter. He has reached base safely now in each of his first 9 games. At the start of the game tonight, he was hitting .406. His previous at-bat, he had grounded out. There you go, taking a selfie. So 1-1. And here's Yasiel. Fastball strike. De La Rosa throwing hard. Didn't bother Adrian Gonzalez. Another good fastball at 97. I think he's putting a little angry on these pitches. 0-2. And 95. So it's been 96, 97, 95. And he can't wait to get the ball back to the plate. Here he comes again. And 95. So 4 pitches ticked off. Home run by Gonzalez. Slider. So Adrian got the slider up and single to left there. 5 straight fastballs in the 90s. Let's take a look at Gonzalez' home run. Fastball up. And once it gets up around the belt, Adrian knows what to do with it. And that's that. So not only 1-1, they're going to meet. Mike Butcher is out to the mound to talk to De La Rosa. I really think that De La Rosa, maybe I'm wrong, but he seemed really angry after the home run by Gonzalez. And he was taking the anger out, throwing one fastball after another. Well, you start doing that. And then he tried to change with a high slider. And that's the ball that Puig hit for the single. So 1 run, 4 hits for Adrian Gonzalez and the Dodgers. 1 run, 3 hits for the Dodgers. Puig at first and Grandal at the plate. And he hits a line drive right at the shortstop. Ahmed back to first, double play. So Grandal lines into the double play, 6-3. And De La Rosa is fortunate to get out of the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, and we have a 1-1 tie. by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Get huge cash back on a new Camry or a Corolla at Toyota's Axe the Tax sales event. Tough ball game, and it'll be De La Rosa to lead it off, followed by Ahmed. Home run by Adrian Gonzalez gets the game even. De La Rosa grounded into a double play in a situation I would imagine Chip Hale would love to have over again, and he would reverse what he did. Back in the second inning with one out, Arizona had runners at first and second, and De La Rosa the batter. We thought he would surely bunt because that would bring up Ahmed. They opted to let De La Rosa swing away, and he grounded into a double play, and he blew the spot. In there. One ball, one strike. A lot of noise in the background. Of course, this is a big night, not only in Los Angeles, but in the history of the NBA. We have a big crowd here in the ballpark. Understand it's jammed at Staples, along with all the people in the street outside. The last game played by Kobe Bryant. He'll be 40. Time is about run out on one of the great players in the NBA. Remember Kobe and Shaq? 5 championships. Little nubber foul. Still 1-2. 1 run, 4 hits for Arizona. 1 run, 3 hits for the Dodgers. Ground ball to short. Corey Seager taking plenty of time. 1 away. Nick Ahmed coming up. Shocked the Dodgers a little bit. He had 9 home runs last year and came up in the 7th inning yesterday and hit one into the first row of seats for a home run. And then tonight, leading off in the 3rd, hit one out in the pavilion. And then Adrian followed with his home run in the 4th, and we're locked in 1-1. So Ahmed has not been playing that long, and he has 5 home runs against the Dodgers. Fastball, but it missed when Adrian Gonzalez hit his home run. It was a 3-2 fastball, so on the full count, Adrian was ready. Change, dribble to third, gloved by the throw to first in time. Justin Turner making a good play. Saying something to the plate umpire, Brian Gorman. Here he comes.
Second baseman.
Fielded with the glove, then the off balance throw. Plenty of time to take care of Ahmed. We have 2 down, and Segura coming up. Gene Segura singled to left and was erased on a force play, single to right and was picked off in the 3rd inning. And a strike. 0-1. Segura played so well and for so long in Milwaukee. If we have time, Segura was involved in an unbelievable play, but it takes a while to tell it. So 0-2. Ground ball hard, backhanded by Turner, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the first inning where the pitcher Alex Wood did not allow a base runner, and at the end of 4.5 innings, a 1-1 tie. as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And very interested spectators, that's Tony La Russa wearing the glasses on the left. Staring at the monitors, Dave Stewart, who pitched exceptionally well for the Dodgers. And sitting in the back is Orlando Hudson. And we can tell you that on this day, when Orlando Hudson on opening day against the Giants hit for the cycle. And we'll go back to the play. Ball 1 to Howie Kendrick. Kendrick had to look forward to facing De La Rosa. He came in hitting .556, 10 for 18 against him. 2-0. Good fastball. Wow. 97. Boy, did he throw hard after the home run by Adrian Gonzalez. Hit late. Foul. Kendrick, Peterson, and Wood due up. Bottom of the 5th. Fastball hit off the leg. That slows it down, but it's by the diving Ahmed. And leading off is Howie Kendrick. So Kendrick now is 11 for 20. Better than 500 still against the pitcher, Ruby De La Rosa. Fastball hit the leg, the right calf. Ahmed tried to catch up. Came up with a face full of dirt. And Kendrick a base hit. For the Dodgers now the totals are identical. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for each side. Peterson hit the ball well. Fly ball deep to right field, but Drury went back and got it. So Drury, a third baseman, second baseman, is playing right field. Chris Owings, a shortstop second baseman, is playing center. That was pretty close. De La Rosa quick to get over there. Right side of the infield loaded up. And a strike. No balls and 1 strike. De La Rosa has hit 97. He is really wired out there on the mound, throwing hard. Ruby spells that first name with 2 B's, but he thinks the name really was because of the gem Ruby. 1-1. Off speed away. 2-1. Two and 1 the count to Jock Peterson. Peterson has a birthday coming up, the 21st of this month. He'll be 24. De La Rosa just turned 27. See what they do in 2 and 1. Are they going to run Kendrick? No. And there's a line drive, base hit to center. Owings over to come up with it, boots it for the moment. Peterson will hold, and going to third is Kendrick. So Owings, who's accustomed to fielding ground balls on the dirt on the infield, had that hard hopper spin off his glove. I don't believe there'll be an error, however, because Kendrick was moving hard on the base hit. Here's Chris out of the glove. Kendrick's into third. and I don't believe there'll be an error. But the Dodgers have first and third now, and nobody out in a 1-1 tie. A meeting at the mound, but no coaches. Alex Wood coming up, and you would expect that Wood would be asked to bunt to move Peterson to second. So we'll see. So that's 5 hits for the Dodgers. 1 run, 5 hits for the Dodgers. 1 run, 4 hits for Arizona. And we'll see what Woody does now with Peterson and Kendrick at the corners. Nobody out. Arizona not looking for the bunt. The corner infielders have not moved. Meanwhile, Wood shows bunt. Here they come, and he misses the bunt at the plate. And the count 0-1. So Goldschmidt is looking to the dugout for direction. He stayed at the bag until the very last second. And what Goldie wants to make sure is De La Rosa knows, if I'm going to come to the plate, whatever you do, don't try to throw to first. So they have to make sure. He's right on the corner of the bag now. Wood got the bunt down. It's on the chalk and goes foul. They better pick it up again. De La Rosa ran by it. Wellington Castillo was there to make sure it didn't roll back in. So Peterson wants to know if the bunt is still on with 2 strikes. On deck you have Chase Utley. So we'll see what Dave does. Chris Woodward talking to his runner. George Lombard doing the same thing at first with Peterson. 0-2. He's showing bunt. Fouled it. Down he goes. I'm a little surprised. That wasn't a very good pitch by De La Rosa. I mean, you have the pitcher up there with 2 strikes. You certainly don't want to throw anything off speed where he's liable to get the bunt down. And for a guy throwing 97, he threw an off-speed pitch. And Wood still fouled it for strike 3. Now let's see. What are they going to do with Chase Utley? Well, the first thing, Mike Butcher is carrying the messages for Chip Hale. For Wood to strike out on the bunt. Interesting, as hard as De La Rosa is throwing, he has 2 strikeouts plus the strike 3 on the bunt. So Chase Utley coming up there with runners at first and third. Matt Bushman begins to warm up, right-hander, down in the dark corners of the Arizona bullpen. Utley and another left-hand hitter, Seager, on deck. So there's Bushman. De La Rosa has made 72 pitches, and we'll see about Utley. Down the line from third, short lead is Kendrick. Same for Peterson at first. Utley grounded out and singled. Takes ball 1. One run, 5 hits for the Dodgers. 1 run, 4 hits for Arizona. The Rockies just beat the Giants 10-6. Down and away. 2-0 the count. Nolan Arenado, who is a remarkable third baseman, just a wonderful kid. He hit 2 home runs and drove in 7 against the Giants. The Rockies had 12 extra base hits, including, can you believe it, 4 triples. And it was Jake Peavy who got pummeled. All right, 2-0. 2-1. De La Rosa, remember, was throwing fastballs one after the other after Gonzalez home run, then threw a high slider, and Puig singled. So he's mixing up his pitches better right now. Two and one. So of course the thought for De La Rosa and all of the infielders, will the Dodgers play hit and run Peterson from first? Peterson, cautious, takes a lead. We'll watch him. Peterson is not going. Foul ball. And the count 2-2. Down in the bullpen, Arizona brings out left-hander Andrew Chafin. So it's Chafin now warming up in a hurry. Could very well be the presence of Corey Seager on deck. Two and two the count. Runners at first and third, one out, fifth inning, 1-1 tie. Peterson not going, ground ball to the hole. Ahmed back to second and throws it and hits the runner. It kicks away. Digging for third and making it easily is Peterson. Holding at first is Utley. Scoring is Kendrick, and the Dodgers lead 2-1. Looked like they might have had a chance to get the double play. Watch Ahmed. He's gone back to the hole and throws it, kind of a lob, and into the runner. Wasn't even close to the second baseman, Gene Segura. So it's an error for Nick Ahmed. The Dodgers pick up a big run. The inning is still very much alive. First and third, only one out. And here's Seager. So Utley is aboard on the error. Howie Kendrick comes in to score, and it's 2-1 Dodgers. Ground ball slowly to the right side. Segura gets it to Ahmed, who throws to first, juggled and dropped by Goldschmidt. And scoring on the play is Peterson. And the Dodgers lead 3-1. So Seager hits to the shortstop. There's the out, and then the throw to first, caught and juggled and dropped by Goldie. Chip Hale going out to the mound for the moment. Nick Ahmed standing on the grass. So all of a sudden, Arizona makes the big play only to have it get away. And then the next play is almost as bad. So the Dodgers 3 runs, 5 hits. Arizona 1 run, 4 hits. Brian Gorman is going over towards the Dodger dugout. So let's wait and see about this. We play at second base, where it looked like a force. There's Segura. Now watch Ahmed. Where is he? Oh, can't really. Yeah, did he catch it while that right foot was on the bag? For a split second there, Utley was kind of in it. See where he is now? And for the slide, Utley was sliding, not rolling exactly. So again, the umpires, yeah, that neighborhood play is very questionable. Of course, after watching the play involving Turner and that do or not tag, we'll just have to wait and see. So Seager hits into a force play, we think. Once again, Mike Gorman trying to figure out, watching the tape, was Ahmed on the bag while catching the ball, or did he glide across the bag and then catch the ball with his foot off the bag? For Utley, a legitimate slide into second base. Well, you can look at it and look at it. Watch the foot now. It's there, but just he's out. Okay. So Seager hits into a force play. Utley brings the run home. So the Dodgers have scored twice here in the inning. The big error by Paul Goldschmidt, one of the rare times he does anything wrong against the Dodgers. And the batter now, Justin Turner. And a strike. So in the inning, Kendrick single, Peterson single into third, Wood struck out. Then Utley hit the ground ball. That was the error by Ahmed. Scoring on that was Kendrick. Then what looked like a double play, only to be dropped by Goldschmidt, another error. And Peterson scored. And Seager safely aboard at first on a force play. Bullpen is busy now. Delgado and Chafin. Oh, 2. And Turner's nailed on a no ball 2-strike pitch. So first and second, and Chip Hale has had enough. Probably De La Rosa is also fit to be tied. So Hale has a left-hander and a right-hander. He has the left-hander Gonzalez coming up. So Ruby comes out. They'll probably go to the left-hander in the pen, and we'll be right back. Dodger Stadium for 3 games beginning Friday night, and it looks for sure that the Dodgers and the Giants will have a collision, with Kershaw going up against Bumgarner. So be sure to get your tickets today, and to purchase for the game Friday night, visit Dodgers.com/tickets. Andrew Gregory Chafin by name, a left-hander who did a remarkable job for Arizona. A left-hander who can get anybody out. He went to school at Kent State. Started for multiple innings in relief. And first man he's going to face, Adrian Gonzalez, hit a 3-2 fastball into the pavilion. Right-handers last year hit 233. Left-handers hit 205. So for Adrian, it's a challenge to face Chafin, who, interestingly enough, his earned run average last year 3.6, but on the road 1.6. 2 on, 2 out. And ball 1. Last year, Chafin in 68 games. And he figures to do that kind of work. He only walked 30 in all those games. 1 ball and no strikes. Seager at second, Turner at first. Fastball hit foul. 2 out. For Chafin, he has a 4-seamer that he can get up to 94. He has about a 94-mile-an-hour sinker when that's working. He has a slider, which basically they say is his out pitch, and a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball inside under the hands, no swing, says Quinn Wolcott. 2-1 the count. Chafin in college was a freshman All-American, a conference freshman of the year, and first team All-Conference. Big man on campus. 2-1. Off speed. 2-2. You know how the scouts has Ruby De La Rosa inconsolable, trailing 3-1 on a scale 20 to 80. They say Chafin's changeup is 55. But the slider is the out pitch. So let's see, 2-2. So the deuces are wild indeed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, and 2 in. And the Dodgers lead 3-1. Seager and Turner ready to get a move on. Off speed. Adrian just did get a little bit, but the changeup got him. For the Dodgers, they get 2 big gifts, 2 runs, and at the end of 5, lead 3-1. In 1954, it was the managing debut of Walter Alston, who lost the game to the Giants 4-3 on a home run by, you guessed it, Willie Mays. However, Walter Alston managed 23 years with the Dodgers and won that big championship in 55. Let's go back to this one. Well played by Yasmani Grandal to take care of Chris Owings. So if one thing, that means Goldschmidt comes up with the bases empty. So one away. Grandal handling the bunt well. Goldschmidt hit into a force play and walked. Committed an error, dropping a throw to first. Kept the inning alive. The Dodgers wound up taking a lead 3-1. Little breaking ball, maybe a cutter. It just seemed to have a little lateral jump, and it came in there at 90. Alex Wood up to 80 pitches. That's in there. Good off-speed pitch. No balls and 2 strikes to Goldie. He's hit 9 home runs against the Dodgers since the beginning of last year. 0-2. A remarkable, dependable, thoroughly wonderful guy. With all of his talents, they love him and respect him. In the dirt. De La Rosa wound up making 81 pitches. Then Chafin came in to rescue him. Made 5 pitches to take care of Gonzalez. 1-2. Breaking ball, 1 hopper to Turner. Well, that had good movement. Really broke in on the hands. And Turner able to handle a soft hit, 1 hopper from Goldschmidt.
Catcher, Wellington Castillo.
2 down, 6th inning. Wellington Castillo grounded to second, fly to center, 0 for 2. Dodgers have Puig to lead off in the bottom of the 6th. Wellington 0 for 2. Yesterday had 2 singles and a double. Was out at the plate on that great relay from Puig to Turner to Ellis. Whoops. One and 1. Wellington Andres Castillo by name. Signed with the Cubs when he was 17, passing up offers from the Phillies, Cardinals, and Diamondbacks. In a hole now, 1-2. San Ysidro, Dominican Republic. Last year, we had mentioned he hit 19 home runs, 2 while he was with the Cubs, and 17 more with the Diamondbacks. Breaking ball. Beautiful pitch. So Castillo strikes out, and all of a sudden now Wood is on his game. He's retired 8 in a row, and at the end of 5.5 leads 3-1. Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop online at choosenissan.com. And by Jack in the Box. Taste the Bacon-licious sourdough bacon ranch combo. Only at Jack in the Box. Bottom of the 6th inning, and check the shoes. Randall Delgado comes out with a sharp pair of white cleats, joining the white shoe club of Nick Ahmed, the shortstop. Delgado is 6'3", 200 out of Los Santos in Panama. "26 years old, and he'll be facing Yasiel Puig. Puig struck out, single to left. That's with the battle where Ruby was throwing one fastball after another. Like that, only higher, 96, 97. And on a 2-2 pitch, he got that slider up, and Puig single to left field. Another fastball whacked into center. So Yasiel comes up with his second hit. He's 2 for 3. So they were trying to throw fastballs by him. They couldn't do it. Maybe it was based on the fact that he struck out in the 2nd inning. So he gets a fastball on a hard slider after 5 fastballs. Now he gets a fastball and lines it to center. So the Dodgers' 6th hit, Yasmani Grandal walked, hit into a double play. When Delgado first started, he was groomed to be a starter. But he has a very good curveball, and they now started to use him again as a late inning reliever, and he kind of gave up the curveball. Now beginning to throw changeups to left-handers and a little slider. 0-1. 0-2. Oh, and 2 to Yasmani Grandal. Arizona feeling that Delgado will come into his own as a very good reliever. Ball 1. A few years ago, back in 2010, when he was in the Arizona, before he went to Arizona, he was with Atlanta. And he was striking out a lot of people. 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Ahmed smothers it, gets the ball to second base in time. Nice play by Ahmed. Segura was there to handle the little flip. Puig is forced. So 1 out, and Howie Kendrick coming up. Kendrick, who came into the game and would take another look at Nick Ahmed, just managed to get the ball. Howie Kendrick, 11 for 20 against the starting pitcher De La Rosa. Went 1 for 2 tonight. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. So instead of the curveball, you now get that slider. And as we said, he also throws a lot of changeups, but mostly to left-hand batters. Peterson on deck. Fastball at 90. Brandon Drury, Jake Lamb, and Yasmani Tomas will be coming up in the 7th inning for Arizona. And that's a strike. 1-2. Delgado had a rather interesting experience up at AT&T Park. 2-2. He didn't know what it was or what happened, but something fell out of the sky while he was on the mound, and of all people, he was delivering a pitch to Buster Posey in the 12th inning. The umpires and Chip Hale headed to the mound to check Delgado's glove. Aaron Hill thought something was thrown from the stands, so they had a big meeting, and then they looked to see what had fallen. It was a flying chicken tender, obviously dropped by a seagull, and the partially eaten tender landed on the mound and as you can imagine, stopped the game. Because if you're up there, when you talk about seagulls, they've really got them. So Kendrick strikes out, and here comes Jock Peterson. In fact, in AT&T Park, you'd swear the Seagulls know when the game is over, or it's about to get over, because even though it's the 9th inning, let's say, doesn't have to be 2 outs, and here they come. What they do is, obviously, they spot all the cars leaving, and they want to get down and eat the popcorn and whatever else is on the ground inside AT&T Park. It is quite a sight in the 9th inning. But here's young Jock, flied to right, singled. 0-1. Change up and sliders. That's what he should expect. No balls and 1 strike. Of course, talking about things dropping from the air, one of the most terrifying things we ever saw was here at Dodger Stadium. They were either playing Cincinnati or Atlanta, I forget. And out of nowhere, a huge sack of bottles crashed into the ground about 10 feet from the on-deck hitter. 1-2. They were not thrown from the stands. They had to drop from an airplane. Terrifying. There was an infielder named Woody Woodward who was in the on-deck circle, and that bag of bottles dropped, maybe 10 feet away from him at the most. Oh. And he's hit by a pitch. So Peterson is nicked, and he goes to first. Down to second goes Grandal. Dodgers had Turner hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. So 2 on, 2 out, and Alex Wood coming up. Alex has struck out twice. The second time was in the 5th inning when they asked him to bunt the runners up. Unable to do it. So Randy Delgado has runners at first and second, 2 out, bottom of the 6th, and the Dodgers leading 3-1. That's a strike. Are you old enough to remember the time the airplane came to Dodger Stadium? I mean, it came and went. You know, Dodger Stadium goes down and turns with the bleachers and the opening between the bleachers, the sound system. 0-1. And we were doing a game, minding our own business during the night, and all of a sudden, over our head, where the press box is, looking out that way, the airplane came over our head. I don't think the speakers were there. And the plane went straight through between the flagpoles and out into the night. I mean, you want to talk. 1-1. 2-1 the count. And it all started because of the chicken tender that was dropped by a seagull while Randy was pitching. Foul ball. 2-2. Dodgers tied up pretty much. Gave up a run in the top of the 3rd inning. But they came back on the home run by Gonzalez to tie it up. Put together a couple of hits and errors and hit batter. Scored twice and lead 3-1. Fastball got him, and that will do it. Wood strikes out for the 3rd time. Dodgers leave 2 on a base hit and a hit batter. And at the end of 6, it's 3-1 Dodgers. Dodgers top of the 7th inning. Be sure to follow the Dodgers live with the MLB.com at Bat app. You can stay up to the moment at any moment with game day, live game video highlights, StatCast, news, and so much more. Download MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and tablet. All right, the Dodgers staying with Alex Wood. Wood has made 89 pitches. He'll be facing Drury, Lamb, and Tomas. Brandon Drury flied to left and singled. Chopped down at 3rd base. Good fastball. Left-hander keeping it down. No one throwing for the moment in the bullpen. But after 90 pitches, you can bet they're going to watch him. Dodgers, of course, and it's still very early. Nevertheless, a little tentative about getting to the bullpen. That's a strike. 0-2 the count to Brandon Drury. Alex Wood trying to get him and begin the inning on a positive note. Off speed, change up away. Pedro Baez gets up in the Dodger bullpen. Baez made 9 pitches yesterday, but one of them went out. 1-2. Fastball slapped on a one-hopper, and the Gold Gloves takes care of it. 1 away. Nice play. That ball was hit.
Third baseman Jake Lamb.
So Adrian makes a good play, and that'll bring up Jake Lamb, who has walked and struck out. Arizona has 1 run, 4 hits. The run came on the home run by Nick Ahmed. Lamb 0 for 1, batting .308. Big curveball, 0-1. That's a strike. He's a little annoyed by it. 0-2 the count. So you can see now Alex Wood has made 95 pitches. One and two. So you would think that Wood is getting very tired. They'd like to get him through this inning and then pick up for him, I'm sure. Totally confused, and down goes Lamb. So Wood really pitching now. He has 3 strikeouts. He's retired 10 in a row since Drury's single back in the 4th inning. So 97 pitches. Boy, they'd love to get him out if they can make 3 pitches to Tomas. Ball 1. Tomas walked, grounded out. That was the hard hit ball off the glove of Gonzalez, deflected to Utley, who got it back to Gonzalez in time. There's that off speed pitch again, and a 1-1 count. And fisted foul out of play. Back on the 8th of April, Tomas recorded his first career walk-off hit, and that was against the Cubs with a 9th inning single. Squirted. Grandal will pick it up, underhanded to Gonzalez. So what a performance. 11 in a row retired by Alex Wood. I assume they will then retire him for the night, and the Dodgers lead 3-1, bottom of the 7th. Great performance by Alex Wood, and he's getting high fives, so you know he's done for the night. So Alex Wood pitches the Dodgers into the bottom of the 7th inning. A great job. He retired 11 in a row since Brandon Drury's single opening up the 4th inning. He made 101 pitches, and he had 13 ground ball outs. So a great performance by young Alex Wood. He'll go over the chart with Rick Honeycutt and Yasmani Grandal. And now Jake Barrett, who was born in Upland and lives over in Gilbert. Jake about ready, 25 years old. Been pitching professionally since 2011. And ball 1 to Chase Utley. Utley hit back to the box, single to left, reached on an error, and scored a run. 3-1 Dodgers, bottom of the 7th. Fastball in there. It's been De La Rosa, Chafin, Delgado, and now Barrett. Barrett is due to lead off in the 8th inning, so you would assume down by 2, they'll get him out of there after the inning. Utley, Seager, and Turner. Giants lost. Colorado all over them in a 10-6 win for the Rockies. Nolan Arenado, that great third baseman, 2 home runs and 7 runs batted in tonight. A shot over the bag and down the line. Utley on his way for 2. In the corner is Drury, and gets it back in on a double by Chase Utley. Right down the line in the corner. Drury coming over to play it. Came up with it cleanly and got it back. So Chase leads off with the double. And the batter is Corey Seager, who is 0 for 3. Seager tonight, 3 ground balls. And ball 1 way off the plate. Remember, he has an 11-game hitting streak, but he's 0 for 3 tonight. During that streak, he's hit .373, 4 doubles, a home run, 6 RBIs. And off the plate again, ball 2. To look ahead, it will Barrett's spot, then Ahmed and Segura in the 8th inning. Two and 0. Two and 1. The outfield very deep and straight away. Twice Seager now has gone the other way tonight with a couple of ground balls. Meanwhile, Rick Honeycutt talking about a pitcher's delivery. Fastball outside corner. Good pitch in 94. 2-2. Utley with Ahmed hanging around behind him. Fastball away at 94. Good pitch. He might have chased it. The Seager strikes out. Of course, he can hit that ball and hard the other way, but he came up empty tonight. Fine pitch by Barrett. So here is Justin Turner. Twice grounded to third and hit by a pitch. Corey Seager, annoyed, I think, at himself, he'd make Joe DiMaggio proud, wearing Joe's number 5. DiMaggio never showed any emotion at all. Of course, he never struck out, but even so, Joe D would do whatever and then just go back to the dugout. The most emotion he ever showed, to our knowledge, was a near home run in Yankee Stadium caught by a Dodger left fielder named Al Gianfrido. Good fastball. And Joe was on his way to second base when Gianfrido made the catch, and DiMaggio kicked at the dirt while running, and that was it. The only show ever. People were shocked to even see him do that. No balls, 2 strikes. Fouled away. What was that great bit of conversation between Marilyn Monroe, Joe DiMaggio's wife, when she went on a service tour to entertain the Army, Navy, whatever, and when she came home, she said to Joe, "Oh, Joe, you never heard the cheers." And Joe very simply said, "Yes, I did." And that hit him. So Turner hit twice tonight, the 3rd Dodger to be hit. I don't think there's intent in any way, shape, or form. And Turner really hit on the hands. Wow. Raises that leg. The ball runs in on him. He's kind of locked. He can't get out of the way and gets hit. Although it's not really cold, the game started at 65, so we assume it's cooler than that, and that really had to hurt. 59 degrees right now, right on the side of the left hand. Oh, Justin hanging in. So 3 Dodgers hit by the pitch. I think Brian Gorman is now talking to Chip Hale.
First baseman, number 23, Adrian Gonzalez.
Mike Butcher is heading for the mound to talk to young Barrett. Dodgers have runners at first and second, 1 out, leading 3-1. Tomorrow night, the concluding game of the 3-game series, Robbie Ray and Ross Stripling. And of course, remember Stripling going 7 1/3 innings of no-hit ball up at AT&T Park. Butcher talking to Barrett. I think Barrett has just been recently called up. I remember he was on the roster in spring training, and I think at one time I had him eligible to play. Brian Gorman now talking to both managers, saying, hey, let's be careful now. No, 3 guys have been hit, all Dodgers. Let's not have any retaliation. Meanwhile, the Dodgers would like to retaliate with a hot bat of Adrian Gonzalez, hitting .400 with a home run, 7 runs batted in. Adrian has reached base safely in each of his first 9 games, and as usual, off to a great start in the month of April. One out, 2 on. Utley and Turner, and that's ball 1. Utley started with the double. Seager struck out. Turner hit by the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to Adrian Gonzalez. Fastball in the dirt. 2-0 to Adrian. Robertson, Honeycutt have a lot to talk about. Great performance by Alex Wood. 101 pitches and allowed just 1 run and 4 hits. High chopper to the right side. Segura's only play is to first, so the runners move up to second and third. Well, here comes Puig with Grandal hitting back on him, and Puig is 2 for 3. So let's see what Chip Hale decides. Will he put Puig aboard with first base open? So Barrett gave up the double to Utley, struck out Seager, hit Turner, gets Gonzalez, and here's Puig now with runners at second and third, 2 down. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Dodgers lead 3-1. Puig tonight struck out and singled twice. Waiting on deck, Yasmani Grandal. Gets a strike, 0-1. First base open. So the boy from Upland, Jake Barrett, in a little trouble here in the 7th inning. And a little low. Looked for the moment like Castillo was just trying to fool the Dodgers. He spun around. The ball was at his feet, but he actually had lost it for the moment. For Jake Barrett, he's in his 5th game. Comes in with an ERA of almost 7. 1-1. Foul back. Boy, that tied up Puig. That 96-mile-an-hour fastball. I think it might have been out of the strike zone, and Yasiel tried to hold up. He couldn't get a good swing on it. Take a look. Run in, check. A good pitch by Jake Barrett. Second and third, 2 out, 1-2 the count. Fastball. Puig late to get around. Understandably, 96 miles an hour. Big night for Alex Wood. 101 pitches, 1 run allowed through 7 innings. Finished up retiring 11 in a row. Still burning off some energy, I'm sure, in the dugout. All right, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Second and third, 2 out. Looked like a change, but when you throw 96, that came up at 88. Mike Butcher hollering to the catcher, go talk to him. I could read his lips easily. And so there goes Castillo. 1-2. Yasiel struck out in the second, single to left in the 4th, single to left in the 6th. There's young Alex Wood, who pitched so well. And there's a little downcast Scott Van Slyke, who's on the DL with a bad back. 1-2. And a high fly ball to center, but it's playable. That's all it is. Chris Owings makes the catch. So the Dodgers leave runners at second and third. Alex Wood. Let's see. Oh. Well, Pedro Baez looked like he was coming in, but Alex Wood going to the mound, and you can understand why. 3-1 Dodgers. Like Alex Wood, after great 7 innings, had called it a night. You saw him listening to Rick Honeycutt. You saw him put his windbreaker in. There was Pedro Baez getting ready, and the Dodgers send Wood back out there. Baez still warming up along with Kenley Jansen. Well, the bullpen has been in such bad shape of late. They will let Wood go out and try it again. Phil Goslin, out of the University of Virginia, Pennsylvania boy, and a second baseman, up there to bat for Barrett. Goslin struck out yesterday as a pinch hitter. 0-1. So it's Goslin, Ahmed, and Segura. Goldschmidt due up 5th in the inning. 1-1. For Goslin, big thrill for the second time in his life. He made the opening day roster. Playing briefly for the Braves and the D-backs last year, he hit .311. Then he went on the DL for 60 days. He had a fractured left thumb. Ground ball to the hole. Adrian has to hang it. A race safe at first base. So Goslin running hard beats Alex Wood, and immediately the Dodgers are on the phone to the bullpen. Question first of all about safe or out, but I don't think they're going to have that rule. Here's the race. Wood has to slow down to catch the ball, and the gray covered left leg, I think, beat him to the bag. Yeah. So Goslin's going to be aboard. Dave Roberts going out, and we'll see now if that's enough for Alex Wood. Yep. So they ran him out there hoping to get an out. He could not do it, and here comes Pedro Baez. An ovation for Alex Wood as he makes his way to the dugout. Well deserved. Pitched a gem tonight. Goes out leading with 1 man on base, and out in front 3-1. We'll be back.
Fans, your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 50.
On Sportsnet LA is brought to you by BMW. See a Southern California BMW Center today for exceptional offers, or visit SoCalBMW.com. And by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. We treat kids better. Dodgers trying to hold on to a 3-1 lead. Alex Wood came out to start the 8th inning. But the first man up, Goslin, got an infield single. So Wood is out of there after 105 pitches. Pedro Baez, who made 9 pitches yesterday, and one of them was hit by Nick Ahmed with 2 out for a home run. Now, Ahmed is the man, the first one he's going to face. Ahmed homered in the 3rd inning and grounded out in the 5th. 3 home runs already this year for the shortstop. Baez from the Dominican, from Bonnie, and Ahmed waiting. Over at first, Gosselin, nobody out in the 8th. 3-1 Dodgers. And fastball hit to center. Late start by Peterson. Picks it off and gets it back. Jock did not get any jump at all. He was frozen. That ball was hit right on the button. Then it began to hook, and he went after it. So Ahmed, a very tough out. 1 away.
Number 2, Gene Segura.
So Baez fortunate. That ball was really hit hard. And here's Segura. Single to left, single to right, grounded out. Baez gets a little pep talk from the infield. Segura with Owings on deck. So you have to wait a little while before you get to Goldschmidt. Ball 1. Pedro is 6'2", checks in about 230. Working on Segura. Standing at first, Phil Gosselin. And Pedro going to work again. And ball 2. Last year, Pedro not quite ready. Started with the Dodgers, went out to Oklahoma City, and then was called back. He's given up some very tough home runs. Tough for a young man to get over. Well, he throws hard, but 97 miles an hour, but not even close. A lot of pressure naturally on anybody coming out of the bullpen, but for Baez, it's been particularly difficult. Giving up some very challenging home runs. Giving up 2 home runs, and his earned run average 4.5. So if he walks Segura, tying runs will be aboard. And he walks Segura. Well, the bullpen always under pressure, and particularly when things start to go bad and continue to go bad, the pressure increases. So while Yasmani Grandal tries to settle him down, David Peralta, a left-hand hitter, will be batting for Chris Owings. Peralta started in right field yesterday, had a walk, and went 0 for 4. So Roberts along with Honeycutt, and Honeycutt on the phone. In the second half of last year, David Peralta hit .346. So Dave Roberts has gone out, and in a moment we'll find out. I talked to Brian Gorman, so you think there'll be a double switch coming up. So Baez comes in after Wood gave up the single, and here in the 8th inning, they're going to go to Kenley Jansen. He is certainly well rested, and for Baez, another frustrating experience. Trace Thompson is going to be the second part of the double switch, and we'll be back. Switch. Trace Thompson, a fine defensive outfielder, goes into right field for another fine defensive outfielder, Yasiel Puig. But it's the lineup that seems to dictate things. Kenley Jansen, I assume, will go into Puig's spot. And that way, Thompson will bat ninth, and he would be the fourth batter in the bottom of the eighth inning. For Kenley Jansen, he's had a couple of 4-out games in his young career. But tonight, here in the eighth inning with 1 out, he's going to be asked to get 5 outs. And the first one is a tough hombre, followed by an even tougher one. Peralta and Goldschmidt. So hold on to your hat. David, a former pitcher, fought his way back and is now a solid outfielder. 2 on, the tying runs, 1 out. Wood, Baez, and now Jansen. Kenley with that great cutter. That's been the key for him. Like Mariano Duncan. 0-1. David Peralta, originally signed by the Cardinals as a pitcher, came up with a bad arm, given release, went home to Venezuela, and fought his way back. Oh, 0-1. Boy, good fastball in on the hands. Peralta had a great year last year, hit .312, bunch of extra base hits. 2 on, Goslin and Segura. Fouled away. Goldschmidt on deck. Hit into a force play, walked and grounded out. Three runs, 7 hits for the Dodgers. 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors for Arizona. Oh, 2. Got him. So Kenley throwing hard, all in the 90s. Takes care of Peralta. And now here comes the big battle. Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie, 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in. He has virtually killed the Dodgers. And boy, the Dodger outfield in left field, Kendrick is about 3 feet from the track. Peterson deep in right center, and Thompson very deep in right. And a high fly ball. He hit it off the end of the bat. And there is Kendrick. It was that close, because even hitting it off the end of the bat, he hit a fly ball reasonably deep to left. So the Dodgers dodged 2 bullets. They're out of the 8th and lead 3-1. came in to strike out Peralta and then get Goldschmidt. And believe me when I tell you, Paul Goldschmidt almost hit one out. He hit it off the end of the bat. He was just a little bit out in front, and it turned out to be a fly ball to Howie Kendrick. So Jansen makes 5 pitches, gets 2 outs. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Peralta stays in the game in center field, and the Dodgers will have Yasmani Grandal to come up. Tyler Clippard, we saw him yesterday, and the big over the top. Watch him, over the top, like Josh Colemander. And he'll be facing Grandal, Kendrick, and Peterson. By the way, not that we can object to it, but there's a reason not to have the pitcher hit 8th. It is a pain in the neck when the pitcher hits 8th and doesn't stay in the game. If he bats 9th, you can fill up his box and go right behind for the next pitcher and the next pitcher. But when he's hitting 8th, where the heck are you going to put De La Rosa, Chafin, Delgado, Barrett, and Clippard, plus a pinch hitter? I demand a recount. I also have a look at the bottom of the 8th. Ball 1 to Grandal. Grandal walked, hit into a double play, and hit into a force play. Way out in front of the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. Clippard spent a lot of time with the Washington Nationals. Fastball on the hands. Grandal couldn't get back on it at all. Clippard's from Lexington, Kentucky. 6 feet 3, 200 pounds, wears glasses. Went to school Palm Harbor in Florida. First 2 years he couldn't make the high school team. So what did he do? He transferred to another high school. Off speed, 2-2. Clippard had been with the Washington Nationals until last year when he went over to Oakland and to the Mets. 2-2. Popped up. Let's see. It's the catcher looking for help, I think, and drops it. I knew he was looking for help. Paul Goldschmidt, maybe he didn't say anything, but sitting up here, you knew. Goldie allowed him to get out there and get under it. The tough play. And Castillo went down. Take a look. See him look at the pitcher. Now he comes out. Now you see him look off the ball. And once he looked off the ball, he was done. He did make a great effort. Lunging, spinning, and out she comes. So with all of that, Castillo will be charged with an error. He could have gotten help. He had that definite help me look. So the Dodgers get a break. Grandal safely aboard. Howie Kendrick, the batter. High fly ball into shallow left. Ahmed backing out, says he'll take it and does. Grandal holding. So 1 out.
Fielder number 31,
Jock Peterson flied to right, deep, single to center, and was hit by a pitch. Justin Turner has been nailed twice. Peterson hit once. Parade of pitchers, 5 so far. De La Rosa, Chafin, Delgado, Barrett, Clippard. Dodgers using Wood, Baez, and Jansen. 0-1. When the D-backs come up in the ninth inning, just to look ahead, the catcher Wellington Castillo, the outfielder Drury, and then the third baseman Lamb. Oh and 1. Ahmed all alone on the left side. Lamb nearest to the bag at second in the overshift. Slow breaking ball. 1-1. I think I've been told the D-backs something like 10 or 11 uniforms. They had a gray, all gray uniform yesterday. Now they have cardinal red tops with gray pants. Ball 2. We'll see what they come up with tomorrow. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pictures of uniforms. But I was told 10. Maybe they were making a point for exaggeration. 2-1. Like the red because you can read the numbers. And ball 3. Clippard back of the rubber. Now on it. He's 6'3", but he's so lean he looks even taller. 3-1. Way out in front of a changeup. Oh. Peterson unable to stay back. 3-2 with 1 out. You have Kenley Jansen not batting ninth. Trace Thompson, who came in for Puig. Thompson will be coming up. Jansen is in Puig's spot. 3-2. Grandal goes, waved at and missed. The throw down to the third baseman Lamb makes the tag, and down go the Dodgers. Good throw by Wellington Castillo. So Dodgers nothing across except an error, and we're heading for the ninth inning. 3-1 Dodgers. Frustration of Dave Roberts after Baez couldn't do it. Kenley asked to get 5 outs, and got 2 to finish off the 8th and made only 5 pitches. He struck out Peralta and got Paul Goldschmidt on a fly ball to left. And sitting here watching it, Goldschmidt almost hit it out. He hit it off the end of the bat, and for him that was a lazy fly ball to left field, but it was close. So in the 9th, Castillo, Drury, and Lamb. Castillo has grounded out, flied to center, and struck out. Drury has flied to left, single to center, and grounded out. And Lamb has walked and struck out twice. So here is Wellington Castillo, 0 for 3. The Beef, as they call him. Stocky at 5'10", well over 200, built like a catcher. And Kenley ready to go to work. Fastball fouled away. 0-1 the count. Castillo made his 4th opening day lineup and start. Last year, as we mentioned, led all catchers with his home runs. Came here to Arizona from the Mariners. One ball, one strike. Alex Wood, the young left-hander, had a brilliant night. 105 pitches. And stands to win it if the Dodgers can hold on. That's a strike. 1-2. By the way, the Lakers beat Utah 101-96, but that, of course, wasn't the story. Kobe Bryant's last game, he scored 60 points. 6-0. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kenley looked like he was trying to get a little something extra and had a bad follow through. 2-2. Interesting, in a tough 2-run lead, the Dodgers keep Howie Kendrick in left field. Little fly ball to center. Coming up for it is Peterson. So Castillo goes 0 for 4.
Right fielder number 27, Brandon Drury.
Now Brandon Drury, he's 1 for 3. Flied to left, single to center, grounded out. Drury has the reputation of being a very aggressive hitter. Rarely walks, but he doesn't strike out excessively. Paul Goldschmidt forced to lead in the cheering now. 1 out. Way out in front. So they're looking fastball and they're trying to get started, and Drury was early. From Grants Pass, Oregon. Drafted by the Diamondbacks out of high school. One of the fellas that Drury works out with in the offseason is Troy Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki is a very, very hard worker. And Drury said, you can't just watch a guy like that. You have to do what he's doing. So he's been getting help from Troy Tulowitzki since Drury, was 14 years old. Got him here. 1-2. What he also does is watch Paul Goldschmidt. Starting in the spring of last year. Spend as much time as possible to watch Goldie. What he does. Tried to learn off Ahmed right there with Goldie. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brandon Drury. High fly ball, straightaway center. Peterson, plenty of room. So 2 fly balls. Kenley Jansen has retired 4 in a row. He has made 14 pitches, meaning 9 to produce the 2 outs in the 9th inning. Jake Lamb walked, struck out twice. Adrian Gonzalez hit a home run on a 3-2 pitch in the 4th inning, and that helped to get the Dodgers started. It tied up the game. In the next inning, they scored 2 more and lead 3-1. Couple of errors by Arizona damaged their hopes. Arizona committed 3 errors tonight. Goldschmidt one of them. One ball, no strikes. Dodgers beat Arizona 8 out of 10 here at Dodger Stadium last year. Arizona wins yesterday. The Dodgers trying to come back and win tonight. A reminder, Robbie Ray tomorrow night against Ross Stripling. Ye of 7 1/3 hitless innings. And then the Giants. And what a way to break that series in. Kershaw and Bumgarner. All right, the Dodgers a strike away, leading 3-1. The Giants lost. Dodgers will get 1 game above 500 and trail by 1. But it's so early. Nevertheless, crowd of 44,244 here tonight. Fastball. Oh, wow. Did you see Grandal move that? Could we see that pitch one more time? Yasmani Grandal. They might call it framing. Watch. The pitch is way out there, and he just pulls it in. Gorman says that got the corner, and that's the game. Lamb's not going to say a word. Jansen made 13 pitches. A total of 17. That's 1 shy because he made 5 pitches the earlier inning. So we'll make it 18 and not argue. But anyway, Kenley got 5 outs. Dodgers win at 3-1. And the player of the game has to be the starting pitcher, Alex Wood, who went 7 innings plus, made 105 pitches, and pitched really a gem tonight. Good pitches at all times. Allowed just 1 run, and that was in the 3rd inning, and the home run by Ahmad. So that'll do it for tonight. Tomorrow, Robbie Ray, Ross Stripling for the Dodgers, and then the Giants come in for the weekend. Talk to you then. Till then, wish you a very pleasant good evening, everybody.